As so many of you know, that Dolly was adopted by me back in 2013, right at the end of the year, right after Christmas, beginning of 2014. And shortly after that, I adopted her from the DeKalb Animal Shelter, part of Lifeline. And shortly after that time, I was on Facebook and came across a dog that looked exactly like Dolly, even acted like Dolly. I reached out to the owner and asked if he had any knowledge of possibility of Dolly being a sibling, and he said, yeah, they do look alike. And I was able to get in touch with the person who handled the adoption of that dog, and long story short, many of you know the story, but if you don't, ask me, I'll be glad to share it. It's incredible how it all came together. But in the end, we were able to determine that Dolly was in fact the sister of this dog, and that dog's name is Lola. Well, over the years, I've been able to stay in touch with Lola's parents and also Lola's pictures and see her kind of as she's grown up. And it's been fascinating to watch and to see, the similarities between the two dogs. Today, I had the opportunity, while this may not be the most exciting news for you all, and maybe you were expecting something much more exciting, to me, it was one of the most exciting days I've had in a long time, certainly since Dolly passed away. Today was a highlight of my time, and I got to go meet Lola. I got to go down to actually see her in person and spend a little bit of time with her, giving her kisses, scratches on the back, treats. It was fantastic. And it is just amazing to me how much these two girls were so much alike. Their personality, super sweet dogs, a bit sassy. Lola loved to talk and would tell you, hey, I want more treats, just like Dolly would have. Lola was a little bit louder in her bark than Dolly was, but at the same time, they were very much demanding in what they wanted. So there was a lot of similarities in that. Coloring was the same. Just incredible how genetics is so strong that two dogs that were raised completely apart, weren't even together for maybe a couple months at most. But in the end, they had so much that was alike between them. It was fascinating. While I was there, I also got to tour the Neon Company, a neon making company here in Atlanta. Has made a lot of the neon that you'll see in many of the movies that you watch in films and also TV. Also, as well as many of the buildings around Atlanta, the neon that's in that. So it was fascinating to go through and get a little science lesson, a little art lesson on how they go about doing that. Hoping to kind of maybe take a little bit of that and bring it into my class at school. So we'll look forward to that in the future. But I gotta tell you, it was one of the most exciting days I've had in a long time. Hope to go back down and see Lola again. It was really like catching a little glimpse of Dolly. So it was a lot of fun. So I will drop a picture of Lola and me. I'll also drop a picture, if you haven't seen, the picture of Dolly when she was a puppy, along with Lola. So you'll be able to see that, and you can see how much they were alike. Anyways, that was my news. Super exciting. Hope y'all find something that's exciting to do in the next couple of days. Talk to you a little later.